It is time for another live, time for another ghosted, and time to chat. Barbie T here. Good morning.
Good morning, Dix.
So whenever it comes to dating, have you ever been in a relationship where you couldn't go anywhere because the other person, did not like to travel, or maybe they had a fear of flying or anything along that lines? That's kind of what we see is going on in this situation. So
Or
we're
they were
about to
really cheap.
do what?
Or they were really cheap.
Well, traveling can get really expensive.
That's what
I get what you're saying on that. So we're gonna go ahead and get this discussion on for you. See what your thoughts are whenever it comes to this. Good morning to everybody as you're joining us on our lives. Jared's trying to get the video. Is everything good? Okay. All right. About 50 seconds away. Also, earlier this morning, we were talking about, things that you grew up with that kind of feel like and remind you of like your childhood
hmm
that other people might consider weird. And we learned that there's this one woman who said that she eats spaghetti and she puts cinnamon
and sugar.
in her spaghetti.
Yeah, she said she worked for this Italian lady for years and that was her recipe.
Right. And
Never
said,
have I ever.
right. That's the secret ingredient. And like now I kind of want to see if like, some Italian restaurant, that's what they do. And that's how they get everybody like, Olive
He
Garden.
thinks it's Olive Garden special sauce.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
What if it is?
It's not.
You don't know.
Ugh.
What's up, Kimmy? Good morning, Amanda. What's good, everybody? Let's get into it. All right, so Deanne and Joel dated for how long?
What about like 3 months or so?
3 months.
Yeah.
And she says that she got ghosted. And the thing is she thought it was going in such a good direction. Why? Because she was about to meet the fam.
Yeah, they were going to have a trip down to Miami and, enjoy the family and get to, know one another again on that level. So,
Right. But then he ghosted her. And that's
Mm.
why we ended up calling up Joel. And he said, actually, the Miami trip kind of sparked the whole reason why he couldn't be in that relationship anymore. Good morning, Joel. Go ahead. What's going on?
If I'm being honest, it's like a freedom to travel issue because she doesn't like to get on planes. I just can't stand the idea of driving to Miami, which takes like 11 hours, or anywhere else. I like to see my family frequently because they're down there, and I can't stand driving that long.
if it's over 5, it's a flight.
So wait, you ghosted her because she doesn't like to fly?
Yeah, because I feel like if we get deeper into this relationship, what's going to happen? Is it just going to be, hey, I'm going to go to Japan today. Bye. You can't go because you don't want to get on a flight.
So is it that you don't like to fly, or, do you have a fear of flying?
It's definitely a fear. I hate the whole process, the going to the airport, the security check, like packing. So I'd rather just you can pack everything into your car and just go. I'd rather just have everything there in my car. And I don't know. I love driving. You get to see the scenery while you drive. So I can drive on the way to Miami.
As far as the process, I feel like getting into a car and sitting in that car until you feel cramped is a much worse option than sitting in the airport for a couple hours.
Well, there's always the option I can drive and you just fly to Miami.
No, because you want to have that experience together. Because I would want to fly too. And I hate making those long drives. So I wouldn't have been able to do that.
So it's not really the process that I hate. It's just that I'm terrified of flying. I cannot sit there and be afraid the whole time. I'm so afraid of heights, and I just can't get in a plane.
Have you ever flown before?
I tried just a very short flight. It was like we were less than an hour in the air, but I was terrified the entire time. I can't do that again.
I think you need to face your fear, man.
Traveling isn't necessarily necessity. You don't have to travel. There's no one telling you I have to.
Neither is drinking, eating sweets, or anything fun in life. Half the fun things in life are not necessary. If we only do what's necessary in life, we're only going to eat and go to the bathroom and wake up and go to work. That's pretty much it.
And what I'm getting is that you like to travel. So you go to see your family in Miami a lot, and you want to go, it sounds like you want to go overseas.
Yes, I'd like to go to Europe. I'd like to go to Japan. I'd like to go really all over the world. At the very least, somewhere where, the other half of my family has roots in Italy. I would love to go to Italy one day. I don't want to go with a relationship where it's like, oh, I leave you behind, then I'm by myself over there. That's just weird to me.
Flying doesn't even really save that much money.
How are you going to drive to Italy?
You can't drive to Italy.
Well, there would have to be some other contingency there. I think they have both.
I
We
mean,
can go across
honestly, if
the
you really want
Atlantic.
her to travel that much with you, maybe you should actually help her face her fears instead of telling her she needs to face her fears.
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I kind of felt like when I tried to talk to you about it, it was just off the table. Like, no, I'm afraid. I don't really want to do this. And it's like, well, I can't force you.
I mean, if you were a little bit more, I guess, like comforting or trying to at least reach out and reply back to my text, maybe we could have planned this a little bit better with going to Miami.
Would you be willing to try to make that flight to Miami?
I mean, it's definitely not on my top list of priorities, but if it means us not breaking up and we get to hang out in Miami, have a good time, like I would definitely get a hypnotist or something to get me over
hypnotist?
that fear.
I appreciate you saying that. That makes it feel like I'm not just being like told that I can't fly and then that's it.
Definitely afraid to do this, but if you're like along for the ride and going to like hold my hand through the process, I'll definitely be able to be more comforted through the process.
Are you down to do that with her?
Absolutely. I would love to hold your hand the whole flight.
Can I tell you? This is the first time in like, I don't
Long
even.
time.
Yeah, I can't even think back to the last. So they agreed, by the way, to get back together.
Yeah.
And he's going to try, they're going to fly to Miami, I guess this Christmas.
All you have to do, I mean, sometimes it just takes a little listening, like a breather, listen to one another and actually express both parties' concerns and come together on that.
Communication. That's
Yeah.
what it's all about. A lot of people don't want to talk. That's why everybody gets ghosted. And I think that it's interesting, too, that, we're looking through the live and one girl's like, there's no way I would never ghost someone over flying, blah, 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 blah. And another
I
person's like,
actually would.
right, exactly. And then literally 3 comments after that, one girl was like, oh, yeah, absolutely. You're not going to tell me that I can't travel the world. And she would ghost. 866-639-4689. Has a fear actually come between you and your significant other? Surely not. What are your thoughts whenever it comes to this? Give us a call. We're also on Facebook Live on the Hot Facebook page. We would love to take some of your comments there as well. I was really stoked. That was the first time, and I don't even know. Dr. Marie said ever. I don't know if that's true or not. Hey, Dr. Marie, isn't that like it's been forever since we had something like that happen?
Yeah, it's been a really, really long time. But
What?
I wouldn't have took her back
Why?
because she was being a baby about it. The way it sounded, it was like he was trying to get a child to eat his vegetables. Nobody ain't got time for that. Either you want to go or you don't.
Yeah, but what
This
if
is
you have a
true.
fear of flying? What are you afraid of?
You better take a sleeping pill and sleep through the flight.
Miami's not that far.
It
That's not-
really isn't.
It's not that long of a flight.
It isn't.
But, and that's my point. It seemed too much. Just like she agreed to it just then, that simply when he was talking to her about it, she was being a baby. No, I don't want to fly. I just ain't gonna do it. Okay, you'll stay your baby at home.
There's one girl
I'm
that
not
was
gonna argue.
commenting on Facebook Live, and she was talking about how she has a fear of flying. I would love to hear from her too. Because, I mean, like, if you have a fear, sometimes it's really hard to face that fear. I will agree, drugs might help.
But it was so simple in 3.2 seconds on the radio.
Yeah, I know. Well, sometimes you have to talk about it.
And I understand her point of view. I love to drive, but there are times when I'm just not going to do it. I drive to Michigan by myself all the time. That's a 12-hour drive.
Hell no.
12
But I do it
hours.
for I do it for my kids because when I grew up in Michigan, my father and mother would bring us to South Carolina 3 to 4 times a year. If we were out of school, we were in South Carolina. And it was a whole thing. We would stop in every state. We would sightsee. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
So that's what I do with my kids. But there are times when I just got to get to Michigan and I'm going to fly.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Marie. Boom.
Aaron,
Yeah, have a good-
What did Aaron say?
I'm not afraid of flying per se. I'm afraid of falling out of the sky.
Well, and honestly, it's not even just the falling part. It's the sudden stop at the end. Good
I want
grief.
an update on how their Miami trip went. Yeah.
Hey, that's a great idea, Diane. Absolutely.
I flew to Miami in 2019. It was the first time flying, and I'm deathly afraid of heights. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Girl, you better face your fear.
Alexandria says that he's not right for you if he's going to make you feel bad for your fear instead of helping you. He's already shown you he's not truly supportive and will leave at the dumbest inconvenience. Interesting.
Yeah, I agree to that. Like, cause I mean, if it's something that's fixable, and you can just talk about it, like, cause he was just really dismissive of her,
Yeah.
like, and her fears. And I feel like if you were a real true gentleman, you would be like, "Oh, babe, let me just help you with that. Like, let's try some things. Let's do this. Let's do that." To face her fears. That's how you know you have a true partner.
That's right, Coquethia. I love how Marie completely ignored Dex's question about her fears. Y'all really think that Marie is scared of something? You never know. You know what I'm saying?
Statistics say it's safer to fly than drive in 2022.
That is a good point, Matt. Especially driving in these streets these days.
The D must not be good enough to fly a new zip with, because he was packing. If he was packing, this wouldn't be a problem. Ha!
Dang.
Hell no, she the Medea of this program.
She is. That's
Yes.
great. Nice comment. Nice comment.
Send her to Tyler Perry Studios. Get a movie made about Dr. Marie.
They're loving your glasses, by the way. I'm seeing a lot of comments about that.
Thanks, y'all.
Amy said the strangest
morning,
ghosted
Constance.
ever.
Somebody said that ghosted was a bust.
Hey, I'm just happy that they're going to try to make it again. Now watch, she calls us up and she gets ghosted again. That would be hilarious.
And then I'm gonna be like, all right, it's your fault.
Not one thing, Dr. Marie. You're not scared of one thing at all.
What is everyone scared of?
Barbie? Holes. That's one
Yeah.
thing.
It just makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. I'm scared of being buried alive. That's the only thing.
I don't want to be smushed.
Right. And I don't want to be in that coffin. There's a video with Mac Miller before he died.
Mhm.
Very creepy because it was like really close to when he died.
Mhm.
And he was in a coffin. And he was just kind of in the coffin. He's got his like lighter and everything. He's rapping and everything. Nah. No. That would be the one thing that I would be freaked out about. Spiders, snakes, I'm all right with. I mean, I don't want to get bit, but I'm okay with it. Erin says she doesn't want to drown. Yo, and those movies where they show people drowning and everything like that, and they're just like,
Oh gosh.
yeah,
Jacqueline says that man needs to give her a way to keep that girl's mind off the flight, right?
I'm Rod, I'm afraid of my wife, scared of losing my family. Losing my kids is my biggest fear. Ooh, dang. Flying, spiders, snakes, and small spaces, says Amanda. Heights, Jackie. But I love to fly. That's a good thing. And sewer grates. Constance says being smothered.
I used to be scared of escalator.
Well, especially here, because people have been trapped on the escalators here. And the worst is when they get trapped in the escalator, like, what's the guy's name? Braylon. Braylon got stuck on the elevator, and it wouldn't open, and it wouldn't stop at any of the floors. It would just keep going all the way to the top and back down to the bottom, and it did it for 15 minutes, and he couldn't get off. Like that.
I freaked out one morning when it did that to me, when I couldn't get off. I have a fear of falling in the plane. I would rather face these drivers in Knoxville than get on a plane, but I do realize eventually I'll have to get on one.
Okay.
He could introduce her to the Mile High Club to calm her down. Yes, I was thinking that. I was waiting on y'all to say it.
That's what Travis said too. Join the Mile High Club at the exact same time. Look at that.
I don't like snakes, but not afraid of them. That I'm not afraid of. I grew up on the mean streets of Detroit, Michigan. Afraid of what? Nothing.
Yes, Dex. Sewer grates. You saw the movie It? Oh, come on now. They're not going to come after you in the sewer. There are a lot of people that are afraid of flying.
So we used to have a person here that was scared of small people. Oh my God.
Shut up.
Yeah, you don't remember him?
Who?
Oh gosh, why did you ask me who? Because I was about to say his name. He was it for Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Just had a baby.
Yes, I can't remember his name either. That's horrible. We're bad coworkers. Dr. Marie, good morning.
No, Dex, I'm not afraid of anything. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. Afraid of what? Nothing.
Have you ever bungee jumped?
No, that's stupid.
Why?
Are you afraid of heights?
No.
Not
I've been on planes. No, I'm not afraid of heights.
Interesting. Okay. So not a single
Like,
thing.
for real. No, Dex, when I was in high school, it was a regular occurrence for people to shoot up our high school. So I'm used to
Jeez.
bullets whizzing by my head. So, no, afraid of what? You better be afraid of me.
Can I tell you, I've seen videos of Detroit back in the day when you were living there, and that place just it looked like a third world country.
Golly.
No, seriously. Like, it was scary. Like, some of the stuff that I would see, like, there was this one video of, like, a guy driving, like, some of the hardcore streets of Detroit, and it was, like, at 2 o'clock in the morning, and, like, you would see, like, dumpsters lit on fire. There would be stuff in the streets. He saw at least 2 shootings while he was driving. That's insane to me.
Dex, we have a thing the day before Halloween called Devil's Night. Y'all don't have that here.
Uh-huh.
Devil's Night, don't go outside, because that's exactly what it is.
Is that like
People
the
are
purge?
shooting up houses. They're setting houses on fire. Yes, it's definitely like the purge. If you get caught outside, you're going to get stabbed, shot, beat up. It's Devil's Night for real.
That's crazy. And is it still
And
go
that's
on?
the night before Halloween. Yes.
Shut up. It doesn't still go on.
Yes, it does. That's the night before Halloween.
Wow. Okay.
My senior year, I buried 6 of my friends before I graduated.
Oh,
What am I
my
afraid
gosh.
of?
You thought I was kidding, man. It's crazy. When you start seeing some of these videos, like, there's some nice parts of Detroit, but dang, there's some pretty sketch places there.
Yeah, like, these kids be upset because they got police officers in their school. No, baby, we had police officers. We had to walk through metal detectors, have our book bags and purses searched every time you walked into school. Afraid of what? Come on, somebody tell me. Make it make sense.
Thank you so much, Dr. Marie. Whew.
Y'all have a good one.
You too. Hey.
Constance says, sounds like that's what's going to happen in Illinois.
You know what? Or, some of those places can get real sketch real quick. Hey, while we got you on here, has anybody gone to school with someone famous? We looked up a couple of schools that are near here. UT. We looked up, was it Clemson? And because I went to school with Peyton Manning, only for a
Like,
year. But
He
that
was
was it.
there on campus?
Yes.
Oh,
And
really?
then I'm trying to think of anybody else that was famous that went to that school at the same time, but I feel like Peyton Manning's the only one. What up, Tank?
I don't think I've been to school with anyone famous.
Josh Norman? Who's that?
He's a football player. He's
Oh,
from Greenwood.
Vincent Yarborough? Do you know who that is?
No.
He was a basketball player for a quick minute in the NBA, but I went to high school with him. I remember seeing him. He was tall as hell.
Good morning, Renee.
Lloyd in Atlanta. Who's that?
I don't know who Lloyd in Atlanta. Are you talking about Lloyd in the show Atlanta?
Uh-oh. Good morning. Who's this? Where you calling from?
Good morning, guys. It's Crystal.
What up, Crystal?
I am
Crystal.
from Anderson. What's up? I'm banned from Facebook, so I couldn't answer your question, but I went to school in high school with Cameron Eubanks from Southern Charm.
Oh, snap.
Oh, that's the show in Charleston?
Yes. Well, I guess she's not on it anymore, I suppose. I only watched a few episodes of it, but, she's from, like, the Real World as well. She did, like, Girls Gone Wild. She did quite a few things with MTV back in the day, but that girl's hilarious, by the way. She used to wear this, like, eyeliner that was so thick it looked like spiders on her eyeballs.
Oh,
Not
gosh.
eyeliner, it was mascara. But
And
she was hilarious.
she's, what is it? She's now a real estate broker. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so, yes.
Did you like her? Was she nice?
Yeah, she was amazing. She was not rude. She was not a bully. She was, a very beautiful, popular girl, and she was hilarious. She would totally interrupt American government econ with her antics and get the teacher all distracted, and it made for a great day.
All right. Thank you very much. Fat Bear
Armani
over on
Edwards.
Twitch.
I know him. I went to school with his wife.
Ashlyn Croft. She's been in the studio before and hung out
Oh yeah,
Yep.
my best friend Ashlyn Croft. I
Yeah.
ain't seen her in forever.
I know. She's still doing her
Dang,
thing though.
yeah, I know.
She's really building. Chief Keef went to middle school with Chief Keef.
Chief Keef. What?
Let's see, Megan Fox. Shut up.
She is so
That's right.
bad. Oh my god.
But she is Megan
Weird.
Fox is went to was it was in Tennessee, I believe. Yeah,
She
right.
was.
Yeah, Constance,
She
call in
is
real quick.
Gorgeous. That girl is like.
Yeah, but man, her and Machine Gun Kelly
They are a little different.
drinking each other's blood. She's got a ring on. Do you hear about the ring, right?
Yeah.
Like Megan Fox
Take
has a
your
ring
finger.
that he gave her that if she tries to take it off, it will like cut her. Rockwood Elementary. Where's that? Now I gotta look that up. Rockwood Elementary.
Yeah, I went to Lander with her.
Who?
Sweet girl. Armani Edwards' wife. She's an NFL player.
Is that not? Hey, Constance.
Yes.
Rockwood. Is that? Where's that at? Roane County.
Yeah.
So
It's
you went.
Harriman, Lexington. Mm-hmm.
So you went to middle school or no elementary school with who? Oh, your phone cut out.
Megan Fox.
Yeah, your
phone cut
phone's
out.
kind of clipping on us.
Megan. Sorry.
It's okay.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. Okay. How was Megan Fox in elementary school? Was she cool?
She was normal. I mean, her parents got a divorce, so her mom moved her to Florida at a young age. But her dad still lives here.
Oh, really?
Okay. I saw in the comment you said he
Yeah.
was a probation officer for Roane County.
Yeah.
Wow.
A bunch of people from high school ended up having him as their probation officer.
Shut up.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I bet everybody's like, "Can
And
we take a
it's
picture
her
with
family.
Does she come? Does she come down to visit and see the family, or is
Yeah.
She, okay, that's cool.
My nephew's cousin is actually married to her first cousin, and they own Naramore Farms. They do like fall stuff. I mean, it's a big deal.
Nice.
But yeah, that's her first cousin.
Thank
owns it.
you, Constance. We gotta get back on.
Does that
Thank
mean
you very
y'all
much.
like cousins?
Sorry. Okay, so here's what we want to do. We're going to play a game. Have you ever gone to school with someone famous? Our number, 866-639-4689. Constance is going to be hanging on the line. We're going to talk to her. She went to school with
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. What?
Yeah.
I have Peyton Manning on my list. Barbie T?
No one famous.
No
I
one
don't think-
famous.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
But Tank, he said he went to middle school with Chief Keef, and I believe Erin, I believe her cousin was in jail with Kodak Black.
Shut up.
Yeah.
How was Kodak Black in jail?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, he was in prison actually,
Oh,
but
seriously, prison?
feds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Ashlyn Croft got mentioned in the Facebook comments, or that was on Twitch.
Hey, Ashlyn.
866-639-4689. Give us a call. Share your stories. What we really want to know is, if it was someone that was super famous, and how were they in middle school? Did they seem like, could you tell that this person was going to go someplace?
Mhm.
Did they have like a really unique personality? Were they weird? Were they quiet? I was quiet in school.
You were?
Yes. Like
Aw.
I had like social anxiety, all of that kind of stuff. How in the world I picked this career?
I didn't like public speaking.
Right.
But I mean, I guess I was kind of outgoing.
Oh, it was the worst. You want to talk about public speech class?
Yeah.
Have me read a speech in speech class. It would be like, the cat and the hat.
I got pushed over my fears in church. Like they would make me speak in church and I would cry and I'd be like, I don't want to do this, but I had to do it. And now I'm doing this.
866-639-4689. Did you go to school with someone legit famous? Call now. We want to hear your stories.
Ha! Jake, that is so funny, Marie. You're so silly.
What? Jake with that is good. All right, let's see. Megan Fox. Let's get her call ready.
not super famous, but Jason Snelling, former running back for the Atlanta Falcons. We went to LC Bird High in Chesterfield, Virginia. He was one of the nicest people you could ever meet.
I love this. Hi, good morning. Hang on just a second. Hi, good morning. We got one call ahead of you. Stand by. Good morning. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Shane from Sevierville.
Hey, Shane. Go ahead. Who did you go to school with?
I went to school with Zach Randolph, who now plays for the Memphis Grizzlies, and actually I went to school with a girl who went and became a porn star, Rachel Cavalli.
Well, damn. Okay. I mean, was she before OnlyFans or?
Oh, no, this was, well, yeah, way before OnlyFans. Definitely was a shocker for a lot of us, but she wasn't bad looking, so it makes sense.
And Rachel what? Cavalli?
Cavalli, yes.
Did you
Okay.
I
support
won't
her
go
films?
any further than that. Huh?
Did you support her films?
No, but I definitely looked at her portfolio.
Her content. Her content. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, like, she was not, like, in school, she wasn't, like, someone that you would be like, yeah, that girl's going to go in and do porn.
No, not especially with, her father being in, like, big offices.
Big offices.
Is he like a politician or a preacher or?
He was the chief of police.
Shut up. Okay, well,
Making daddy proud.
there you go. And
Oh,
so
God.
the person that plays for the Memphis Grizzlies, did you guys see him doing great things?
Oh, yeah. We knew, like, from the moment he, like, came out the womb, he was going to be something famous.
Awesome. Okay. Hey, thanks for calling in, Shane.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. No Filter, what do you got for us?
Good morning, Dex and Barbara T. I sent Barbara T a text telling her what it was, but I'm gonna let you know anyway.
Oh yeah,
I didn't go to school with them, but I went to the School of Hard Knocks with the rapper Shine and David Berkowitz, the son of Sam from New York.
Wait,
I love Shine.
the son of Sam. That's the murderer, isn't it?
Yep, David Berkowitz. I was in Sullivan Correctional Facility with him for 6.5 months, 3 cells down.
Was he kind of scary, creepy, or did you kind of like stay away from him?
Man, he was the second Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, religion. He was God.
All right. In his head, he
Yeah.
thought he was God.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Okay.
He was a disciple. He definitely carried a Bible, the cross, the whole 9 yards. But Shine was even funnier when I was at Woodburn. He became Jewish while he was incarcerated. So that's one of the reasons that helped him get out is at his last parole board.
And it'll help him eat better food. Kosher.
Yeah. And maybe that's why they do
Well,
that. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know his reasonings, but he was definitely not the same individual that was on the street, put it that way.
okay. Thank you very much, Mr. No Filter.
Have a good one, guys.
Dang, I didn't even think about that. Here I am saying school. I forgot. Did you ever go to prison with someone famous?
Also, Missy Elliott's cousin, who looks just like her, only a male. His nickname was Big Goofy.
Big Goofy. What?
I met James Earl Ray's cellmate when I worked at Morgan County Prison. I went to school with Jad Dean. Actually got hit dead in the head with a football he kicked during a one-game night. I don't know who that is. My husband went to school with Gary Walker. He was a Georgia football player. He went pro. Shaq, we got pictures made of
Shaq?
him at a restaurant in Covington. My husband's grandparents lived in the same neighborhood as DMX. And Greer? Oh, DMX. I'm so glad I got to meet him. Because that man,
Yeah, I met him in a strip club.
I loved him.
I was working.
Clemson football player Jad Dean, for those who don't know. Yeah, I did not know who that was.
DMX's brother actually listens to the show still.
Oh, yeah, I went to high school from, Danielle Brooks. She's from Greenville. From
Oh,
Orange is the
yeah?
New Black.
Oh, really?
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm. What was her name on there? Tasty. Tasty from Orange is the New Black. She's from Greenville. We're from Malden area. I actually used to live in the neighborhood. Like, it's like around the corner from hers. It's not far. and I met her dad at church. Looks just like that man. She looks just like her father. I didn't even know that her daddy went to that church, but I said, that's her daddy.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to edit this stuff down.
I've been to the same party as DMX once. I realized that he
No.
is no longer famous. He will always be famous.
No, Christina, I did not work as a stripper. I worked at a rock station, and then they would always have us out for a strip club night, and that's where I would run into DMX like a bunch at this big strip club, and
Because
so
that was when it was popping.
yeah, and he would be like, "Yo, dawg, what up? Let me talk at you for a minute." And I was like, "Yeah, sure. I got a lot of rock acts I gotta tell you about. You know, we need to get together and do these rock acts." And I was like, "Okay."
You should have. He actually escaped with James Earl when they were at Bushy. Yeah, Tank, I'm down. Just let me know when.
Yes.
Besides, like, growing up with famous people, is there any famous people you guys have met? And, like, what was your experience with them? I met Wendy Williams, and she was a total B word. And
Delilah was a
my
B word.
my cousin is obsessed with Wendy Williams, and he hates when I talk about this because he's like, just because she was not that nice then doesn't mean she deserves to go through what she's going through. Wendy was not nice to a lot of people. But, you know, it is what it is.
I went to the Hannah. We had radio.
Never meet your idols. I want to meet Beyonce. So me and Beyonce, we've had a moment. Me, Beyonce, and Jay-Z. Okay? So I did touch her coat. She dropped her coat down. The person in front of me caught it. And they had to take it backstage, of course, and I reached out and I touched it. Because I was like, oh, my God. It was just like a transfer of energy. You know what I mean? And then another time was when her and Jay-Z were on stage. And I was in front of them. And we were like singing. And I was singing the words. And Jay-Z was laughing at me. And Beyonce was like, ha, ha. And I was like, ah! They noticed me. I'll always hold that moment dear to my heart. Kevin Nash. I was 5, and he had the cookie that was huge. This cookie that was huge.
20
My
seconds.
aunt said I should have sat on his lap. Who's Kevin Nash? Is that a country singer?
I know that name. I want to think he's a wrestler, but I don't think that's true.
I do have video of me touching the coat.
Oh, let me make sure I got these comp.
The other moment, no, because I was just in the moment. Kevin Nash is a wrestler? Okay.
Hey, good morning. It is Dex and Barbie T. All right, so here is what we're talking about. Have you ever gone to school with someone famous? That's the question that is on the table this morning, 866-639-4689. So far, I mean, like, this is pretty much the biggest one. And I do know that she grew up in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Megan Fox. So you went to elementary school with Megan Fox. Go ahead.
She was normal. I mean, her parents got a divorce, so her mom moved her to Florida at a young age. But her dad still lives here.
Oh, really?
Okay. I saw in the comment you said he was a probation officer for Roane County.
Yeah.
Wow.
A bunch of people from high school ended up having him as their probation officer.
Shut up.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I bet everybody's like, can we take a picture
her
with
family.
Does she come down to visit and see the family? Or
yeah.
Okay.
My nephew's cousin is actually married to her first cousin, and they own Naramore Farms. They do like fall stuff. I mean, it's a big deal.
Nice.
But yeah, that's her first cousin.
Wow. Interesting.
And then this comment was so funny. She also put in the Facebook Live, when they got engaged, everyone was posting memes that she left Roane County to marry someone that looked like they were from Roane County.
Oh.
MGK.
Yeah, absolutely. Gosh, you were doing so good. And then all of a sudden, MGK, like someone tell her, yo. Because, I mean, the thing to me about those two is like drinking each other's blood, and then the ring, where if she tries to take the ring off, it will dig into her ring finger and make her bleed.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little off, right?
It's different.
Mr. No Filter, I didn't even think about this. All right, so he didn't go to school with these people. He was actually serving time with them. Good morning. Go ahead. What was it?
I didn't go to school with them, but I went to the school of hard knocks with the rapper Shine and David Berkowitz, the son of Sam from New York.
The son of Sam. That's the murderer, isn't it?
Yep, David Berkowitz. I was in Sullivan Correctional Facility with him for 6.5 months. 3 cells down.
Was he kind of scary, creepy, or did you kind of like stay away from him?
Man, he was the second Jesus.
In his head, he thought he was God.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Okay.
He was a disciple. He definitely carried a Bible, the cross, the whole 9 yards. But Shine was even funnier when I was at Woodburn. He became Jewish while he was incarcerated. So that's one of the reasons that helped him get out as at his last parole board.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Son of Sam is scary. Could you imagine being in there locked up with that guy? Because, I mean, like, I've seen documentaries of him. 6 people he killed.
See, I don't even know who this is.
He ended up wounding 9 others and then had 2 stabbings.
Jeez.
Right. Nuts. Good morning. Go ahead. What about you, Shane? What do you got for us?
I went to school with Zach Randolph, who now plays for the Memphis Grizzlies, and actually I went to school with a girl who went and became a porn star, Rachel Cavalli.
Well, damn. Okay. I mean, was she before OnlyFans or?
Oh, no, this was, way before OnlyFans. Definitely was a shocker for a lot of us, but she wasn't bad looking, so it makes sense.
Did you support her films?
No, but I definitely looked at her portfolio.
Her content. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, like, she was not, like, in school, she wasn't, like, someone that you would be like, yeah, that girl's going to go in and do porn.
No, not especially with, her father being in, like, big offices.
Big offices?
Is he like a politician or a preacher?
He was the chief of police.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then there's that.
Well.
866-639-4689. You're welcome to check in. Someone super famous you went to school with. Tell us about them. Did you think that they were going to be famous? Or were you like, wow, we had no idea this person was going to grow up to be, Megan Fox? You know what I'm saying?
I met someone when I was out in L.A. at one of my friends'
Hang on, Sherman.
parties.
Go ahead.
He was Beyonce's math teacher.
Beyonce's math teacher?
Mhm,
Yo, that's kind of cool.
Her math tutor.
Sherman.
Hey, Sherman.
Hey, how are y'all?
Good. What's going on, man? Who'd you go to school with?
I went to school with Robert Brooks, who played for Green Bay Packers, and played ball with him, too. And Ernest Dye played with the Cardinals. And my oldest brother was in jail with James Brown.
James Brown?
Get out.
No, for real. You can see the documentary on him when he got picked up, and it was in Augusta.
Were they doing a protest?
No, he was. Well, hold up. What's he the protest? I can't remember what it was, but my brother said they moved everybody from that wing, and he was the only one over there and all that stuff, man. He said it was crazy. And he said because he was going through, he was on, drugs and stuff. And it said he was going through, detoxing and stuff.
His withdrawals and stuff?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it said my brother said he was screaming and singing at the same time.
Wow.
Them demons something else.
Right. Man, can you imagine hearing that, concert? That's crazy. All right. Thank you for your call, Sherman.
All right. Y'all take it easy.
You too. Gosh. Good morning. Hang on just a second. We got one call ahead of you. Stand by. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Alexandria.
Who do you go to school with?
It wasn't me, but my hair salon owner, Ann Anderson, grew up with Post Malone, and they're kind of still really close. And Post Malone's mom actually comes and gets her hair done there all the time.
Shut up.
Swear to God, like I can put money on it. I can do it. They posted pictures with proof and everything, and all she has to do is like text Post Malone, and they hang out in Florida all the time where they live.
Well, and
that's cool.
Post seems like such a down to earth kind of dude. Like I could totally see him just being like, "Yo, yeah."
Have you met him before?
No, I haven't. But my hair salon lady, she actually did Post Malone's mom's hair. Like she did it. There's multiple people in the salon, but I guess she wanted to do.
Yeah.
It's in Anderson.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's kind of crazy that Post Malone's mom is like here. She could be listening to the show.
And I've said her son was dingy.
Great.
I mean-
Hey, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name's Sharon, and I'm calling from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay. Who'd you go to school with?
Kenny Chesney.
Kenny Chesney.
What?
Kenny Chesney. Went to Gibbs High School with Kenny Chesney, and I dated one of his best friends.
And did you ever think that he was going to go famous?
You know, I didn't know. I knew he wanted to, and I knew he could sing really, really good. And, you know, he had to drive, but, you know, what's the possibilities of it coming out of Knoxville, Tennessee?
Right.
But he did his thing, and he's out there, you know, so we're really proud of him.
I bet. And was he
Heck
cool?
yeah.
Was he like a down-to-earth kid?
Oh, he was cool, and he's got a great sense of humor. Like, he was always the life of the party, you know, laughing, joking, and playing around. You couldn't be in a bad mood or sad around Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
You just couldn't. There was just no way.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Isn't that great? Man, I love hearing that, especially when
Jeez.
you think about those kind of people.
Kenny Chesney is a Freemason.
Who said that? Travis. Is he? I could see that, man. You never know. All right, guys. I think that's going to wrap it up for us. Being from Anderson, we all knew the family of Chadwick Boseman. That's true. His family is
Chadwick
huge.
Boseman. Yes.
Everyone around here knows
Absolutely.
Boseman. Yep. Yeah.
Mhm.
Good call, Crystal. Thank you. All right, fam. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on our
Yes,
live.
happy first day of fall.
Oh, yeah. Barbie's got that fall vibe
Yeah.
going on.
I almost wore a turtleneck, but then I saw it was going to be like 96 degrees.
Yeah. Summer's trying to hold on. I'm
Right.
okay with that. Take care, guys.